with your host, Sean Myrie. Yeah, tonight we got a special guest coming on, and he goes by the name of Dirk Mack. Yo, is that
How you
proper how I
doing?
said it?
That's exactly how you say it, my friend.
Okay,
Thank you so much for
welcome.
having me.
Much
Thank you.
respect, man.
I'm excited to have a chat with you tonight.
Yo, so brother, where are you from? You could tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Well, I live in Moncton, New Brunswick, out east.
Okay,
Um, I'm originally from East York in Toronto.
okay.
Moved out here when I was a kid. Our family moved out here, and I've been out here pretty much ever since. Um, but yeah, on East Coasters.
All right. So like your experience in the game, I see that you're a DJ and clearly you're into urban music, hip hop, different types of music. Like could you tell the people a little bit about yourself? Like you're a producer DJ, right?
Yes, that's right. So basically, when I was a kid, instead of playing sports, I locked myself in my bedroom and learned how to DJ. So I've been DJing for 30 years ish.
Damn, I
So,
bet.
um, so I used to be in the club circuit. I retired when I was about 28 for a while, made another little comeback a few years later, like the 2008 to 2012 or so. Started DJing some bigger shows and opening for some bigger concerts around here and things like that. So I was on with this event planning team, production team. So I would get put on all the big hip hop shows.
So
Retired again,
go ahead.
and
Yeah.
then for about 10 years. And then last year I started producing almost full time.
That's dope.
So I was never really a music producer. I was only, I mean, it's always been in my head my whole life. But
Hmm.
like hip hop's been in me since I was like 15 years old. So my first taste, I think, was Audio 2.
Audio
And
too.
I
All right.
really got into Audio 2 when I was a kid. And then then I really got into Public Enemy.
All
So
right.
they were, and KRS-One, Boogie Down.
Big, yeah,
So
man.
those were
Hip hop.
probably because I was a skateboarder and everybody listened to punk.
Yeah.
So I was like a punk rocker for a while too before that. So I've got like a lot of genres that I've got influenced in too. So yeah, so those were like my bread and butter. I switched to hip hop, started DJing. um, Started like a group in Montreal back in 1993.
Hmm.
Started a group in Montreal. Didn't go anything with that, and then I ended up just being in the club scene for years after that. Not seriously. I didn't do my career how I wanted to. So that's why I sort of started again last year, third
Hmm.
round again. And yeah, I started making beats galore. And
Besides last year, when did you when did you stop? The
I
exact time.
stopped probably 2003, no, 2013. I
Hmm.
stopped DJing, stopped because I have a family. I got
Yeah,
married
yeah.
and have two young kids. So I had to take life in a different direction.
Hmm.
And DJing in clubs with a family is not easy. So you have to think family first. Now kids are getting older. I started just making beats at home because it's always here, right? I'm always thinking of some scratch routine or a beat or something like this. I just didn't put it out. I don't know
Well,
if you do.
I see it's the golden age now because, like certain people have similar stories. So, like you were already doing all of this before, like a good time, like from 90, like what you're saying, 93 up
Yeah.
until 2013. So that's almost, correct me if I'm wrong, 20 years already, right?
Yes,
So when you have all that knowledge, you could afford to take a rest compared to a lot of people. So now you came back, right? And your kids are
that's
getting
right.
older. That's like me, similar story, right? Now's the time for us that we learned all this knowledge to concentrate it to really, your business, right?
That's
So
the thing.
there's the people who got lucky to get it early, the early success. But people like us, we learned from people's mistakes, and like you're still doing it. You still, the key is the passion, right? So you still have the passion. Some people lose the passion. See, like I'm an artist myself, but I transform into the media shit.
Right,
Yeah, I mean, I'm an MC like any MC
right.
out there, but a lot of people might not know that. So it's the same thing like you were DJing, and after you transform into the producing, you went through the punk rock stage, you went through the hip hop stage. I remember I remember guys like you, like when I was going to high school, guys who listened to like punk, but they would like hip hop. You get what I mean? Or they're still dressing like the very baggy jeans with the
Yep.
skateboard, with the army fucking fatigue top, but long hair. But we smoked weed all together. You get what I mean? Like lunchtime. So I see your vibes. You get what I mean? Like, what made you like wanna really start to produce like from DJing?
I've always had it in me. I started learning DAWs and then I just gave up. And you know, I made a few house songs actually with my first real productions. 5 years ago, I made three house songs and I had some other producers help me with it because I really didn't know how to, I don't know how to use Ableton. I use FL Studio primarily right now
Hmm.
and Akai MPC-1. But I do all my stuff really old school, like samples and
Yes.
flip them. Like that's my bread and butter. And
Yes.
so I've always had beats in my head, just like any musician, just didn't put it out there. So I made this one beat, and I had these beats in my head for years, and I
Hmm.
started putting them down, and I got a producer to help me with it. His name's John Robinson, and he helped me with put things together and make it sound properly, and put my ideas down. And so I made these couple of songs, and I reached out to Tug of War, and he called me. He was like, "Holy, this shit is dope. You've got something different here." Because it was sort of strange. The beat I did, I sampled Boogie Down Productions.
Hmm.
Dee Dee Da is the name of the first song that we did. And it's dee 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 da dee 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 da dee
Hmm.
day.
Yeah, like that
So I
vibes. Yep.
looped that and but made a really really dark hard beat. And Tug loved it. And so we ended up recording that. And sent him a couple of other beats. He liked two others. After that, he's like, "You just got to dive into this, man." He's like, "You know what you're doing. Just get in there and do it." So it's hard work. It's hard work. It's work.
So
So
as you talk about the artists like you connected with, like, how was that? Was it the social media, the new age, what really like got that connection? Because you're coming from, even though like what some people call the old school or the golden age, of listening to
mhm,
like Mob Deep samples, Nas samples, DJ Premier, and like Dr. Dre and shit. So this, what you're doing is like bringing it back, because a lot of people don't do that, like sample stuff, right?
right.
What's the politics with that? Because a lot of people don't want to do that, especially in the South. I see like they use synthesizers and keyboards and stuff.
The best advice I've heard from this, and I've heard it from a few different sources, is if you're completely ripping it off, you don't want to rip off too much of it. But sometimes the risk is worth it. Now, I would not want to take anybody's royalties in that respect. Art is art, but hip hop sample. Hip hop's
Yeah.
based off sampling. I'm a DJ. That's what I think about, right? I hear a song on the radio, I flip it into another beat. So I sampled disco. I sampled punk, the Descendants. I sampled them two or three times. Um, who else I sampled? I sampled Kate Bush. I sampled Depeche Mode to make beats. So just any type of genre I like to flip. And it's sort of more of a challenge to me. And I like that raw cut sound and sometimes simplicity too. So, you know, my earlier beats were a lot more simplistic, just basic drums, not really much of a bass line, honestly, and just chopped loops. But it worked. Um, and Tug loved it. So we just put out our third album last week. So
That's,
and we
that's
already
big.
like we're already like four songs deep in our fourth because we
That's big.
work 7 days a week. Like I make beats probably four times a week. Tug will I'll make a beat, send it to him, see if he likes it. I mix it down, send it to him. He'll record it that night. We send it out to mastering. Back the next day, we go out and film the music video, and it's out in a week. So
Teamwork makes the dream
it's
work, man.
hard work, and it's consistency, consistency,
Yes.
consistency, consistency, and
So
that's the thing.
what's your opinion about producers working with like the artist, like one producer? Some people are saying that's more actually better sometimes, because it's like it keeps them in this certain type of energy.
Yes, so like a guru premiere type of thing, right?
Yeah.
um, that's sort of me and Tug now because I know his sound and he knows my sound. So now we work together like a mold. He'll give me an idea, or I'll come up with an idea, say if he likes it or not. Boom, done. And we just work so well together that it's literally just sometimes we don't even think. Sometimes I just nail it out. He's like, send me the WAV, boom, send him the WAV file, boom, he's on it. And this way we sort of molded our own sound. So each of our albums, it's the first album is sort of a mix of things, but our last album is more of a direction, I find. So I've sort of more found my own sound, and I know his sound perfectly now. So we work like this. But so I haven't really done work with many other MCs yet. I put out a whole bunch of my own house songs and instrumental scratch hip hop songs and stuff like that too. But right now, I just sent a beat to Price the Boss from Toronto, and he's working on one right now. And Trinity Chris and a guy Jesse James from Toronto, they're remixing one of my reggaeton beats that I made,
Oh,
like a
that's
club, sort of
something.
a club jam.
All right.
So, and Tug's going to jump on that too. So we're starting to collab a little bit more. Um, Bernadette Price, Sean Price's wife. Um,
Hmm.
we have two songs with her. So off our newest album, it's called Outside Again. It's out everywhere right now, everybody. Yeah, we've got two tracks with Bernadette, and she's dope, 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 dope. And she's really starting to come up now.
I can't wait to hear that, yo. So what's the feedback you've been getting so far doing all this producing, especially in Toronto?
It's good. It's really picking up, and that's the thing. It's the hard work. I was never a social media guy. I really started my page last year, um, and posting, posting, posting. That's all you do. So my personality, I kept behind the scenes for a while. I wore a mask at first. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and now I'm tug of war's tour DJ. We just finished a Canadian tour, working on a UK one coming in the spring right now. Um, and I already went to UK and opened for his band called The War. So they've got super musicians on his band. Gemma Clark and Jerome and Aaron is a bassist. They're fabulous.
That's
So
good. That's
Tug of War
different.
is
That's a
like a
twist.
robot. He's a
Yeah,
robot. He just works 24/7,
that's what you got
and
to do
that's the
nowadays.
ethic.
Yes, but especially nowadays with the social media, you got to keep up with everything and stuff like that. So, like, tug of war's from the UK and you're coming from Canada. That just
Yeah.
gives it a different. I think like it's a mix, like an ingredient stirring the pot. Like so, like other people out there. Like, if you could collaborate with somebody else, who would you want to collaborate? If it could be anybody, you know?
Anybody?
Yeah,
Probably Fat Man, Meth. Uh,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Cypress. I don't know. There's a lot. I have so many. I love everybody. Like um, any. I don't know. I really don't know. There's
Oh,
so many influences.
that's
Um,
good. That's good. Yeah.
but I'm open to it, right? Like if somebody digs my beats and wants to talk, then definitely there's opportunities, right? Because it's becoming more of a career right now again. Because I own two companies, and then I'm also
Hmm.
making beats full time now and practicing DJing full time. So,
That's good.
um, so we're gearing up for tours, and I'm open for DJ bookings again now, which I wasn't in the past. So
Hmm.
uh, things are starting, but that's what it is, as you know. Like when you're constantly working, it sort of falls into your lap. Like I'm on a podcast today.
So
Last
yeah,
year, I
yeah,
wouldn't have been on a
respect, man.
podcast. You know what I mean? So, like, I appreciate you taking the time to even give me this time.
Trust me,
Um,
man. We're always looking out there who's doing what. Because, for example, now you said 20 something years before you stopped. That means you had all that networking knowledge from before. So that makes it easy, like, sorry to say, easier compared to somebody who's just starting off. You could easily go back into your network. That's 20 years. You get what I mean?
yes,
Out there. So compared to somebody who doesn't know no club owners, no promoters, no other DJs, you know what I mean? You already know it. It's the same with us, me and my brother. We know certain people who are like musicians over the years, because like my our pops, we had like our own home studio, so always musicians came through. You get what I mean?
nice.
So we knew a lot of people were actually musicians, producers, rappers, you know, underground, really hip hop. So you're talking to the real deal, down to earth. My brother's interviewing somebody right now.
I was
Meanwhile, I'm
watching it
interviewing
before we
you.
got on.
Yeah. So you know what we're down with. You get what I mean? Straight,
You're straight in the
straight.
music, and that's uh, you help keep this whole movement alive. That's what it is. Generations are changing, sound changes all the time, but music's music. And like you said, it's sort
Hmm.
of the golden era again. I just saw like a New Edition and Tony Braxton and everybody's performing again. Like everybody our
Yeah.
age, the
Yes.
40s and 50s, is doing it again because we know the business. We
Hmm.
have more financial stability. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't have done any of this 20 years ago or 30 years ago at all,
Yep.
right? When you're struggling and there was no internet, it
Yes.
was a whole different game. Um, Now, the DJing is a whole different world right now. I mean, you're competing against everybody's a DJ now, right? And technology made
Yep.
anybody a DJ, and then the real heavy turntablists, super scratch DJs, they're so advanced now because they've been doing it for 30 years every day. You know what I mean? So it's like
Hmm.
I'm sort of in between. I actually just won a global scratch battle for DJ Lead Network.
Yeah. I seen that.
Uh,
Yeah. I seen that.
yeah, he's out of Germany, so that's definitely not the DMC's caliber. I'm not that caliber, but it's pretty dope that you know I
Yeah.
haven't. I came third in Canada in '93 in the second DMC competition
That's good.
in
That's good.
Montreal, and since then I didn't practice properly. I did the club circuit, and then now I practice every day, and I'm trying to fulfill my dreams, I guess, before it's
But
too
you're in the
late, right?
sport. That's the culture. That's what the definition of, like, when people say culture, it's like a sport. You see what you're saying? You took a little break. It's like you didn't fully retire. You just took a break and came back
Yeah,
like Jordan. You get what I mean?
exactly.
It's what Jordan did. So it's the passion what will make things come. Because, for example, now analytics, people go by views and analytics, but it's sometimes what you leave, your mark, that energy, good energy, where people will remember you. You get
Right,
what I'm saying? Because, for example, for us, as we're talking, a lot of my analytics is like from, I'll be straight up, from 30 to at least 40 to 50, at least near to 50, right? So people really want to listen to podcasts with information. It's people who are like around our age who take in a lot of the information, like even if it's audio and they're not seeing visually, because visually is big for the younger crowd, but the older crowd will listen because I'll tell you, my analytics is a lot of business professionals, people who are in industries. I haven't even interviewed those people yet, but they've been messaging. You get what I mean?
right,
I'm telling people out there, I haven't interviewed those people yet for a new, you get what I mean?
right,
So those people are listening, business people, scientists, people who are in the economic, industry, not just music. So I'm just saying they're listening to us now,
right.
and they're gonna they like what we're talking about. But you could go on,
Exactly.
like, what's your favorite, what's some of your favorite hip hop artists, like if you were to give me six top?
Gangstar for sure. I was the biggest House of Pain fan in the world.
Yeah.
Back, I just in Cyprus, they were some of my biggest when I was a lot younger. I love G Rap. I love everybody. Fat Joe. Tugs featured on a Fat Joe song, and his producer Domingo actually came to visit us in Toronto. Uh, Domingo produces everybody, Eminem, like
Yeah.
everybody,
Big.
G Rap, Kane, everybody, right? He's like the guy, and he's really really cool and down to earth. So uh, he did a couple of albums with Tug too. So, but back to my favorite artists, my influences are so diverse that I used to be a mega fanboy. Now I just Wu Tang, everybody, right? Like it depends. I'll
It's a
go in
lot.
an
It's,
R
it's a lot. I know it's a lot.
like I'll go like R&B tips, like
Yeah.
Brandy and like Cassie, and just all these R&B, and then
Mm.
I will be super hardcore underground, like like everybody to everybody I listen to pretty much, and that's why I've got so many different influences when I make
You're a
music. That's why I make
DJ. I just realized that even more because the producer DJ now, like a lot of DJs went to producing. A lot of the biggest producers are DJs. A lot of
yeah,
people, if they don't look into it, I'm like, we're talking as I talk to you right now. There's tons of, most of the best producers were DJs. Even Dr. Dre was a DJ. right?
because that's what you think about. That's all you think about. Just every song you can hear it mixed together or a different way. It's just the way our brains work. Just like as you as an MC, you hear words, you
Hmm.
think of it that way. I think of music, I think of notes, and I do things very unconventionally too. I'm
Yes.
like like I'm not a mega skilled on the DAW by any means. I've got a few of my favorite plugins. I just know how to make my sound, and whatever works works. Like I
Hmm.
just found sort of my little bubble. I'm not a I don't have all these pieces of equipment and software and sound engineering. You know, I have a good laptop, an MPC, good pair of headphones, my turntables, and that's all I need, right? And I can make anything. So
So
all
I wanted
stripes.
to ask you, what do you feel about the Canadian landscape? And like, I know, like, especially urban music, because I find it still, even though we have stars, it's still kind of struggling compared to rock and roll in Canada and other genres, maybe like contemporary or pop music. Like, you have the knowledge being a DJ. What do you see with the whole, politics or anything you know about that?
Things aren't like it used to. Things are expensive. Things are changed. Clubs, people don't go out the same. They go out very late. They don't spend their money. Back in our era, I mean,
Hmm.
when I would DJ, the dance floor would be full at 9:30 till 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
It would be, and then over the years, it would be like, you're DJing literally for an hour and a half, and then the club's over because people just show up so late. And I noticed that with concerts too. That's why it's so hard for promoters. You have to sort of do your own thing. You have to take control and make your own sort of unit. You can't depend on others because there's the business side and there's the artist side, and it's very hard to find somebody that's both. So if you're a promoter, you're thinking of the money. You want to make profit. It's a business, right? But a lot of them don't hold up to promises or can't. So there's
Hmm.
always financial risks. People don't go and buy tickets
Yes.
early for most concerts. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a superstar, yes, they're sold out in minutes. But a regular touring band or coming up, if you're an artist coming up, it's a lot of work and a lot of disappointment. And a lot of
Hmm.
times you sort of have to be prepared to help out and do it
Yes.
yourself. Like you have to
Yes.
sort of be that traveling band in a van. And that's all types of music. And it, because you need to sell tickets to make money and you need to bring people in, and that's why there's so many different methods of getting people in the door. But what I found is the proper network. If you can build a network, a good team of everybody with like minds and all the same goal, you can build sort of your own little empire and crew that can help
Yes.
bring this
That's
scene
key.
back to where it's would be and get people to buy tickets, get people to come out to your shows. Um, and there's so much competition and it's hard. It's hard for a new artist. Like you need to be on that stage, even if there's five people. I mean,
Yeah.
I would still do it. Like, I'd still go DJ and there's might be 10 people sometimes or whatever. Like I've done it
Yes.
so many times. And a full out concert. I played full out concerts that 15 people showed up and people were planning this for months and practicing and but that's part of it. That's part of it.
Yes. You gotta lose some to win some,
You
right?
have to. But you have to keep persistence, and that's what it is. And that's why every
Hmm.
superstar in any type of thing, any sport, you get hurt, you get back up and go. And that's really the truth. And we hear it from everybody. It sounds cliche, but that's really what it
Speak.
is. You put in the work and you get it comes to you. You don't
You're right.
have to do anything super special. Try to put yourself out there. Like I was very shy at first to start putting myself out there. And that's the thing. People want to see you as a person too.
Hmm. It's true.
And you don't want to be that dick that's untouchable. Like if you want people
Yes.
to I want people to listen to my music and like my music, and I hope they do. And if I gain fans, I appreciate them no matter what. Right? I would never be a jerk to somebody or think I'm on a high horse. I'm still a regular person, except I work really hard and I've got my own style of sound that I make, and I hope a lot of people like it. And the tug of war stuff, I'm quite confident, um,
Hmm.
because things are going well. This album's already going very well. So
It looks good. Consistency, I see. So I wanted to ask you, since the Jays are playing and stuff,
mhm.
what you feel? How you feel? Yeah, Jays. Let's go, Jays. Hopefully, I know Toronto's. we're so excited, especially with the Leafs, and they always disappoint us. But this baseball,
Always.
it's a little bit different. Baseball is, just a little bit different. So, how you feel about this? It's been like what, 30? I remember I was like 13 or something.
1993 or something like
Yeah,
that. 1993. My wife and daughter are actually upstairs watching it. I'm not really a sports fan, but this is
me
like
too.
this is
Yeah, yeah,
exciting
yeah.
for the whole country,
Yeah,
right?
it's the culture.
So
It's the culture, man. Because you
and
got
and
Drake.
Toronto's
You
crazy.
Yeah, because look, you got Drake doing his birthday. He has his OVO Fest, big music going on. You got the NBA opener, and he's an ambassador. You know what I mean? That's big. Then you got this, the World Series. Toronto,
It's
it's like a
incredible.
long weekend type of like a big. Toronto's wild now.
It's wild. I wish I was there this weekend. Holy, we were just there a few weeks ago, and it was right when the games were still going, right, and you'd see everybody going down, and you start feeling the hype, right? Well,
Yeah.
no, it's exciting, and I really, really hope they do. I really hope it's good for the
You
whole
know what?
country.
It's good for everything. It's like when the Raptors won, right?
Hmm.
If you're doing your DJ, you're a rapper, you're a singer, anything, this is the world's spotlights on here a lot because, like it or not, the World Series, the Drake thing, the Kendrick thing, that was big enough. They're both he's from LA, LA, which we're playing. And after then you have his OVO Fest. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just
It's
spilling the tea. It's bringing attention
it's a
to the
lot.
Raptors. Yeah, guarantee celebrities are in town and stuff like that. That's bringing tourism. You see, like Olivia Chow on the news talking how they
Hmm.
have to do all the security and stuff. So for music artists, this is the good time
It's a
for
good
you to
time,
promote DJs, even us, Down to Earth Network, Down to Earth Podcast.
of
Anybody
course.
who's doing something, it's gonna get more algorithm, like it or not. People are talking about us.
Oh no, big time, and that's again like that push again. Those eyes will help all industries. It will, and you have to just keep you have to keep doing it. That's it. You have to keep pushing it. You can't stop because eventually things will be back to where it used to be, where you can get some big artists coming back out of here. Like it's a tough one. I don't know why Canada's like that. There's so many
Should be
talented
blasting
people.
off right now. It's crazy. Now that we're talking about this, right? With Drake, and people will say, no, 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 you can't just depend on Drake. But now let's be straight up. Drake, all the people came out, Weekend, Tory, and the rest. They're so high. They're not just average artists
Mm-mm.
in America that anybody who's underneath, no matter what, even certain people who people claim are underground, should be getting a big look everywhere more than ever because there's people you don't even know from America who are getting big looks all around the world. So if
Yep.
you have the Weekend, you got Drake, you got Tory Lanez, you got Party Next Door, you got whoever like Nav, yo, what's going
Everybody.
on? What's really going on? There should be more people, at least, let's be honest, maybe 15 more people who
Yep.
are at least traveling in America doing tours as artists off of those, that, sorry to say, that success, that energy. But you know what it is? It's the team thing, what you're saying. A lot of people don't have that team to make it because all those people I just mentioned has a team.
Right. And that's really sort of what I've learned the past a few weeks actually when we were touring. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of
Yes.
moving parts. There's a lot of things that have to be done, financial things and all these, almost like this puzzle you sort of got to put together, but everything sort of forms on its own. And our confidence, and we worked so hard that the right people came around us and helped us mold this.
I seen it, man. I seen it. And you know what? That's an example. I like that Price put it out there. Respect to Price, respect to Prince Beats. This is what it
Yes,
is now, right? It's like what they do in America, they call radio tours, and you're already doing it. When you put
exactly.
yourself out there as an artist, you went to the studio, you done your music, you do your videos. Now you got to do your PR after you distribute your music. So you should be on a podcast like Down to Earth Network, be on like 4 or 5 other podcasts. There's so much hungry podcasts. I'm putting out a gem out there right now. There's so much podcasts out there. There's no excuse besides your music. You ain't going on
Sorry.
these podcasts to promote yourself because meanwhile you're doing your stuff, they're doing their thing. They're another type of media that's trying to blow up too. Everybody's trying to get to a certain level. So, for example, now someone sees you on here, right? They're gonna be probably following you. They could be anybody.
Right.
You get,
And they're also going to see you, and they're going to see what
yes,
you're doing with everybody
yes,
else and every
yes.
artist.
People in your
We
network is
all
gonna see
just,
see me. You see what I mean? And that could bring something. You don't know who knows what.
even collaborating on Instagram posts is the biggest
Yes,
example. Do a collaboration with 3 or 4 people and see how many views get versus sometimes alone.
yes,
I get some views on some of my posts, it's like 50 views. And then you got some that's like 140,000. Like,
yes. It's
it just
networking.
depends. And the
Yes,
algorithms, it's hard work. Like you have to, that's the thing as an artist. And you do end up needing a team because you can only do so much in 24 hours,
the
right?
artists. I'll be straight up because I'm unfiltered. They don't. A lot of. I'm an artist. I'm gonna make sure for I'm going on Down to Earth Network, this podcast, that podcast, like how I see in America. That's what they do. When you see, for example, just say Nas, he's doing it now for the Mob Deep thing. I seen him on 7 platforms. I swear,
That's
I'm making it
crazy.
up. And Havoc too on 7 platforms, talking with a Math Hoffa, talking with whoever, all these different type of people. Some I never heard of, but there's the main people. You get what I'm saying? So if he's Joe and Jada, Fat Joe show with Jada Kiss. I
Yeah,
think Havoc was on there.
huge.
Perfect example. He's probably going on Drink Champs. I think he was on Drink Champs already. Perfect example. You know, those platforms have a big algorithm, so they're gonna be pushing that out, whatever, even the younger people to know who Mob Deep is, who Havoc is, or whoever, right? So that's the key I'm thinking. You have
And
to
you're
do the
smart to get into
PR.
that. You're smart to be in this because podcast is the hugest thing. That's replacing all TV. There's no more MTV. Like you're the MTV now. You are the one that is the host, and you're a musician, and you know to do this, and you know you're helping people's careers while it sort of helps your career. The bigger the star you have on your show, the bigger you get. You know what I mean?
You
Just
know what
like
the
any
flip
any
is? You,
show.
you know what the flip is? A lot of people don't realize to this because it's me and my brother. That's what we call it, down and to earth. And I'm born on the Earth Day, right? Really born
Right.
on Earth Day, right? So the flip
Sweet.
to this, as an artist, when I'm ready to come out, even though I'm an OG back again, and I already learned everything. I have features. I have producers who I've met throughout the years. So I could have all types of people. You get what I
Exactly.
mean?
You can make an album tomorrow if you wanted to.
Compared to anybody else. A lot of people I know, people from the old school and whoever, the new school, the younger ones. You
You
see
got
what I'm
your
saying?
Rolodex, like,
Yeah. So that's the key what I'm throwing out as a gem now. So any artist I know, when I come out with a project, hooks, features, easy to look for because I interviewed them.
right. And they know you. And they can
Yes.
vouch. They can vouch too.
Yeah. So that's
So,
a example of, I don't know if Joe Budden comes out with a new album, that's what's gonna happen. Maybe I'm throwing out a gem to certain people. Why you think Jada Kiss is doing he's doing his podcast? So anybody who's on his album, of course he could get anybody, but anybody who's on his album is gonna even shine more because he's been mixing his thing into media now. So he's more relevant to a certain younger audience, maybe, and he has the older audience. So now he's even bigger than ever, right? Fat
it,
Joe too.
it's it's
When's the
it's the
last Fat
smartest
Joe
thing.
album? When's the last Fat Joe album?
Last year or this year, earlier this year.
Earlier this year. We might have
Yeah.
not really went commercial, but now that he has a show now, guess
Now
what?
it's gonna.
And I'm saying it right now. People are gonna go check for his album, right?
Yep.
What's his name? Scarface. I seen Scarface with Ice Cube recently.
Yes.
So now Scarface, he's doing a podcast too. I don't know if you know, he has his own podcast. So whatever he does now musically, because he's already big, is gonna make people gravitate to his own podcast now.
And vice
Scarface.
versa.
And vice versa. You see where it's going? So that's the new thing now. Even if you're a DJ now, you're a DJ, the same shit. You play music, you go on a podcast like this, or you just live. You're live on Twitch. You're live
Right.
on
Exactly. You
YouTube.
have to show yourself.
You have to show yourself. At least they see that you're active. And now, because technology is so easy, you as a DJ could easily just, and a producer, all people want to see you is in the studio. That's all they want to see. I'm giving away gems. That's all they want to see you is putting on a record. It's all like, Hollywood lights. You don't have to do much. You don't even have to be talking. They just see you
Yes,
doing action.
exactly. The
And
easier
that's when they
part. The
tune in.
easier part.
That's when they tune in. So like, yeah, the business, a lot of people know the music, love the music, but what do you think about the business, how business now, how it's going? I know streaming politics and all that stuff. Like, what's your views on that? If you should have your
It-
own site to control it more or put out
it's
limited.
content. It's
Mm,
content, and there's so many ways to do it. There's so much money you can spend on it, and there's so many ways to do it for free. So
mhm.
content is king, and that's it. And the giantest catalog you can do. So tug of war taught me this: the more you put out, the more you're gonna make. It takes time. Once they hit, they all start tying back. So I had 3 songs out 1 year ago. Now I have 50 something, I think. So we have 32 songs out, tug of war and I, already in 1 year. And I have maybe 10 to 15 house songs out and a few hip hop scratch songs. I have this is I put this on vinyl. This is our Bernadette tug of war track. But yeah,
Yo, fire, that looks yo.
I put out a so it's content. The more you put out, like if you anybody go follow tug of war, he puts out a song almost every single day.
Yeah, I know. I see him work ethic, man.
And
Fire.
that's the work. And what's going to happen in 20 years? Like there's thousands of songs and they all, there's so many different directions and so many different sounds. So that's
Yes.
why I always do different types of music, because I love all types of music and I like
Yes.
to make all types of music because it's fun. it's
Yes.
it's not just it's a job for me now,
Passion.
but it's also
Passion.
fun.
Yes.
And it happens and it gets an addiction. So
Yes.
I was on a call the other night and I'm saying I feel addicted to music because I can't stop. I feel almost like this hunger inside to get to my computer and make that sound I just heard in my head. And if not, it's that itch and that irritation and I'm not doing it or not finishing it.
You know
So
what?
it's like you just
You know what you're saying there? I was joking with my people. I was saying I was looking up something on the internet the other day. It's called breatharians, right?
okay.
And it's not a healthy lifestyle to live, but I couldn't believe people are living off of air and light. They're saying there's certain people who have practiced this and stuff. So I
Wow.
wouldn't recommend anybody do it. I seen a other guy kind of broke it, like he drank water, but he wouldn't eat nothing, like fruit water. But this is why I'm saying to regards to what you're saying, when you are hunger for music, it's probably similar. That's the real way you're supposed to do it. You still gonna have to put something in your body, but I guarantee when you're really active in the music, you won't eat for a while. That you could probably go out after drinking water and eating something for like hours, I bet, in the studio, right? A
And
lot of
that's the
people do that.
truth. That's
A
the
lot of people
truth.
do that, right? So
Yeah.
that's that energy. You see what these breatharians believe? Oh, light and air they can survive off of, but you can't do that. I
No.
don't think you know what I mean. So that when you really are feeling for like doing music, is that dopamine? What I don't know if it's a dopamine or the whatever the energy of the sound waves, what relaxes and makes you think of ideas to come up with samples and create something, but it's something what hungers the producer or the artist to want to create for hours, eh?
Yeah.
With
And
hardly
I think
with hardly even drinking and eating sometimes.
right. And I think it's the commonplace along everybody that's creative. The people with the creative mind, like the funny part is I only found my creative mind now. Like
Hmm.
the past year, I found my creative mind and it just flows. And then when you get in this state, go for it. Like just go. Put it out, even if you don't think it's good. Make that. Draw that art piece. Make that track. Make that beat. Do that scratch. Rap that verse. Doesn't matter. Put it out. Put it out. Put it out.
It's
And
true.
eventually it works and it works. And then people will come back to feed off it. And my biggest advice, and trust me, I'm not a celebrity or anything like that. I would, even if I ever did, being humble is the most important thing to me. I'm not fake. I'm not
Yes.
fake. I don't try to
Yes.
act like something.
Yep.
I'm as hip hop as anybody. Okay,
Yes.
but I'm not trying to be
No,
somebody.
it's a
I'm
culture. I
me.
see it. I
Yeah,
see it.
like
Yeah, you're down to
I'm,
earth, man.
and that's the thing. Like that's me, and hopefully people like me for me. And I'm not going to be fake, and I won't be fake to people. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's music. I love music. I love trying to make as many songs as I can, and hopefully build a fan base. Right?
Yeah, because music feeds the soul and the brain. You get what I mean? I believe it's like therapy, what people call meditation, and it helps. It's healthy. You know what I mean? Like besides taking in physical stuff, it's the energy, right? You listen
Yeah,
to reggae music, you might get feel kind of like this energy. You listen to some rock music, you feel this energy. If you listen to some hip hop, some street stuff, this energy. So it is energy. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It's all
Even
energy.
it could be negative or positive, but the point is it's something part of human nature, right? From
Hmm.
way back, from the drum and shit we could talk. But yo, Dirk, anything you want to tell the people before we come off this spaceship, all your socials, anything, where they could connect with you, your
Yes,
business,
please. Yes, please. So I just want to shout out my wife Rhiannon and my
respect,
manager Selena for
respect.
hooking us up with this. So and obviously Tug of War because he's my main man. Um, I want you to follow my socials. It's Dirk Mack Music on Instagram.
Hmm.
My YouTube channel is Dirk Mack Music, and I've got a website, dirkmack.com. So pretty easy, pretty easy to remember. Don't forget Tug Movements, follow Tug Movements, follow Tug of War, and be part of our crew and follow our journey. Again, our new album Outside Again is out now, so go cop that, go check it out. A lot of got a bangers on that, and I hope everybody's looking forward to our next piece of work. And if you're looking for DJ beats, uh, anything of that nature, hit me up.
Yo, man, respect for coming on the Down to Earth podcast. You could give Down to Earth a shout out, brother.
I definitely will, and I appreciate you beyond words. Thank you so much for taking your time. Love your show, and I'm going to be
Respect.
helping you push too. We're going to. It's a community, right? It's a community.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, people, please follow Dirk Mack on all digital platforms, all, socials. Respect, man, for coming through. Down to earth.
Peace. Take care, my brother.